Hey, this is Drake here. I was going to come back with another First Descendant video. Sorry, I can't speak today again. Uh, yeah, I was coming back to kind of update the Ultimate Ajax build after the new season was released. Now, I know Nixon said that they weren't going just to specifically nerf any characters, but unfortunately, I guess they weren't telling the truth because Ultimate Ajax got a nerf across the board on basically every one of his abilities, which I don't understand. I don't mean to critique. I'm not a game creator. I'm just a gamer, but it seems kind of stupid to nerf the character that the only thing he had going for him was being a tank. I mean, Ajax doesn't have any abilities that, as far as bossing is concerned, or anything that really even deal damage to the boss. It's more survivability, but they nerfed him across the board, unfortunately. Now, what they did was they changed body enhancement to read it increases max HP, defense, and max shield. And it also still allows you to have void energy, but it increases your cooldown and skill costs, which you think would be alright. But the nerf is substantial. So let me go back into that, because this here is what it reads as. Before, it added 22.5% of your max HP as defense and shield. Now it's just a flat rate. It's just a flat 121% shield, 93% defense, and 157% HP. Now you will see higher HP and defense values. My HP went from, I think it was 17,000 to nearly 25,000, and my defense went from 125 to 132,000, but my shield went from 17,000 to 3,000. And I actually went out and farmed a better one of these that had a gold roll max shield on it just to see. It only put it up 500 more. It's right at 3,000 base. They nerfed the shield possibility by 15,000, and I wasn't even built into shield that heavily. I didn't run anything with shield on it except for the one, which is kind of dumb. I don't understand. I mean, they drop Haley, and she's got the capability of getting 100% crit chance on all her skills, all of her weapons. She's got the highest one-shot capability in the game. She's killing bosses in 5 seconds with minimal investment, and that's perfectly fine, but they're going to nerf the character that's too survivable. That makes absolutely no sense to me now. And I just noticed this. Not only did they nerf him flat out that way, they changed the wording on his abilities. Now your dome shield no longer just scales off HP and defense, it scales off all of your resistances also. So if you're like me, I have 0 invested in any of the defenses, my barrier shield is going to be a significant amount weaker, just simply because it's not scaling off my 2 best qualities. Before, it scaled specifically off HP and defense, and then they added in all these resistance. So if I want, and also your reflex shield, the one that's good for bossing, is the same. So it's going to be far less durable. And due to the changes in it, with the same build, your dome shield is no longer 100% active because it's got a 27.3% cooldown and on a 25% duration. So they nerfed the duration of it, so you can't have it up 100%. They nerfed the durability of it. So now, if you want to build Ajax as tanky as possible, you have to invest into resistances, which, as far as I'm concerned, is just a waste of space. Because, I mean, really, do you want to invest in every resistance? There's not enough socket room in the build to even do that. You would have to give up all of your shield and probably all of your defense too, just to get a decent amount of resistance, unless you wanted to try to farm out a different resistance on each one of your external components and still try to get the other roll that you want, which would be a severe pain in the butt. But like I said, I don't usually do rant videos, but this just kind of irked me in so many ways, because they specifically said they weren't going to nerf any builds. They wanted them to be overpowered, and they nerfed the one character who wasn't overpowered. Ajax has no abilities that make him overpowered in boss fights. He has nothing that does bossing damage. You're specifically, sorry, I can't speak again. You're specifically held to your gun abilities. Your gun's basically the only thing that's doing damage while you're in the boss fight. So you need to be extra survivable, and they take that away from him. I think that everyone who is invested into an Ajax should be pissed. I'm sorry to put it that bluntly, but it's just the truth of the matter, because I didn't make this. I made this build for my daughter because she wanted to invest in the Ultimate Ajax. And a couple of days before she gets her finished, they nerf it into the ground to where it's almost not worth the investment of even making it anymore. It's just kind of crap. Alright, and now I've lost my train of thought. They did, however, and it doesn't change the other, like the other build I have, they give the Void Charge a pretty good buff, because now it's you get 2 stacks instead of just 1. So, I mean, we can use this, whoops, and now as you can see, we've got 2 stacks, let me get away from that, of our jump, so we can just basically almost spam our abilities endlessly. So I mean, I said the Void Walk got a pretty decent buff, but still, you know, across the board as far as his abilities are concerned, they still scale off of too many things, in my opinion. Who wants to fully invest into full elemental resistance, full defense, full HP? There's literally, I mean, I'm invested completely into defense and HP and shield. So if we go back to this build, every mod on this is strictly survivability except for one, which is the non-attribute skill power, and that's it. And I mean, I haven't tested it. I don't know that I'm even going to, because it just so aggravating that the one character they decide to nerf is the one who was the weakest, in my opinion, of all. You know, I mean, he's not a bossing character. He's a bring bunnies back to life when they die and boss fight character. And now it's going to be harder to do that because your shield's not going to last half as long, because it's scaling off too many things that it's just impossible to invest into it fully. But anyway, that's it. That's my rant video for the new Ultimate Ajax update, and I would say just flat out nerf. I mean, I don't know what Nexon has against Ultimate Ajax for people who like to play tanky characters, but there it is. And I'm probably going to do a rant video on Ultimate Lepic next, because I farmed him out and his Transcendent Mard is garbage, in my opinion. But anyway, there it is. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And if I've got anything wrong, if I've missed something here, please someone point it out to me, because, you know, like I said, I built this for my daughter so that she would have a blueprint to go by, and now she's almost got it done, and she feels like she's been robbed of all of her work, and I do not blame her. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Later.